Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Property Roundtable with myself, Harvey and Rama, bringing value to your journey of buying a TUI or very nice landed property in Singapore, small land, big land, any land. Let's just go. Okay.
Yep. Bro,
Rama,
you see, this episode is going to be very interesting.
why leh?
Because every of our episodes is so interesting, bro. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, most of y'all who watch us and most of the buyers who come to us, okay, when you want to buy a particular property, you go into all the search portals.
Yes.
The first thing you put there is your budget. Then you search for the property. Then comes out all the property that's within your budget. But of course, the really good ones, done up ones, are a little bit more expensive. So what falls back or falls behind are the ones that need a lot of renovation, maybe addition and alteration, or even rebuilding. Correct or not? So many of the buyers are, bro, Harvey, Rama, we go here, we see this house. I know it's within our budget, the land size, the layout, everything look okay, but then got so many things to do. What is A&A? How do I approach this A&A? Do I need more money than what I'm already spending? Or if I'm going to do a rebuilding, where do I stand? Where do I start? Okay, so today in this episode, we are going to answer all these questions because we are going to just grill this guy here who has been through this journey before.
Xiong.
So, Harvey, let's start.
Yes.
Okay, many of the people who come to us, right, when they see the house, okay, this one I can afford. The numbers all seem right. So the next question they come and ask, I need to rebuild. So, what is rebuild and what is A&A? Just tell me in a very simple format, what's the difference between rebuilding and A&A?
Actually, the authorities, maybe give a little bit of background. I have gone through 2 rounds of landed property in terms of buying a piece of property to do a full recon. It's actually very irritating. The terminology reconstruction sounds like a new build but isn't. Recon is reconstruction. Rebuild is called new erection.
New erection.
Correct. Then additions and alterations are it falls under this category where you don't increase your floor area by over 50%. Then it falls under additions and alterations. And those that you are commonly seen in condos or even like some smallish landed homes where they do nothing but just do interior renovation.
So all these things, the buyer's renovation contractor can do?
I have seen buyers who have gone through with us to buy something, bring their own contractors.
Contractor means renovation contractor?
They're very loose. So because they don't actually have, in the authorities world, it's this builders association where you have a building license, right?
Okay.
Some of these people do not have building experience, but they are, let's say, they are interior designers. But once you tell them what they want, then they become your middleman to find these contractors who might have or might not have the experience of doing a landed home.
Sure. We, in the past, did a episode on what we call the A team.
Yes.
Right? So when it comes to rebuilding or even
ASI.
ASI. So when it comes to rebuilding or A&A, you need to form this A team.
Correct.
So can you run through with us who are in this A team? Or who is the first person you speak to?
In my journey when I did a recon, right, I didn't have an architect per se lead. It's basically a builder / contractor or one of those groups of people that are specialized in something. So my builder, so-called my contractor, he was specialized in doing underground works. That means like if I needed to do trenching, if I needed to do foundation, he was quite strong at all these.
So this is the first person you knew lah?
That was then. I found this guy and then he quoted me. Then he brought in PE who needed to sign.
Sorry. What is PE?
He brought in a qualified personnel, QP, who is a professional engineer, a
QP? Qualified person?
QP is qualified person.
What is he so qualified to do?
Everybody that got one license in the building industry called qualified person. Architect, engineer. Yeah, all these guys.
PE is?
Professional engineer.
So they are all 2 different people now.
They're different people.
Go on.
And by the way, engineer also got strength in different. Some is civil engineering, some is mechanical engineering, some is electrical engineering. So also different. But from my experience that way, it was more like I give them instructions like say, okay, I want to expand the footprint.
Okay.
So the PE has to then go check like what can be done, right? And then he will go and do a plan like how do we expand that place.
Bro, I am going to ask you to even break it down into simpler format.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the question again.
Correct.
Who is the first person you talk to? Or who is the first person you employ? Is that how it works?
For the reconstruction I did, the first person I employed was actually the builder.
So from the builder, what was the next step?
He pao ka liao. He will go get the professional engineer. He will go get, if it needed an architect to sign off, we got an architect to sign off.
Also, he recommend.
Yeah lah. He take the lead. He becomes my project manager, come my point of contact to all these people.
Okay.
Yeah.
But on a normal, let's say, rebuilding process. Rebuild.
Yes.
Who is the first person you go for?
Okay, I've shared this experience before in the 18 video. Actually, the first person I went for for a rebuild, right, was actually an architect.
Okay, what does the architect do?
So the architect is actually the chief of staff lah. The architect is the one that designs the house, the exterior, the facade, the design.
Okay.
And he or she would probably be able to give you very accurate drawings as to how much can you build, work out the GFA for you, gross floor area.
All right.
And then based on your instructions, design a house that best suits your needs. And that's why for a rebuild, architect is important because he or she comes up with the initial design. I keep saying she because my architect is female lah.
Okay, so now if you were to go for a viewing with me, okay, I bring you to all the really rundown house that needs to be rebuilt.
It's called, but that one is called heritage, bro. Not rundown, heritage.
Okay, heritage lah, conservation lah, name it lah. Okay, but those things are heritage and conservation, be careful lah, they have limitations. Okay, black and white must always be black and white.
Full limitation, yes.
Yeah. So when you go for these viewings, do you bring along your architect?
Not really. Actually, for those clients who have worked with us thus far, and I think they can attest to that, is we do bring people that are builders or like good at A&A to go down with them to assess the site so that they know what it's like in it for them.
Bro, this is where it gets confusing. Not for me lah, bro. Okay, and now I understand really, but then it's for the viewers.
Yes.
Because what I understand from this whole process, right? You say architect first. Then the architect, your buddy lah. So the buddy will recommend you the PE lah, QP lah, all the qualified people lah. Then your designer, you have your favorite designer who come into the picture to do certain designs in the house lah. Okay. Then I realized that now you have this team already, right? So now you need to find the builder. So I thought the builder always come at the end.
When in a rebuild, right? You need why does a builder come in a bit further if it's a rebuild? It's because first you must have the design. Then you need to have a quantitative surveyor to actually calculate how much material do you need for each area of the house.
So he's the one who's going to be your budget conscious guy.
Correct. He's like the referee. He makes sure everything is fair between you and between the builder. He's going to do the checks. He will sign off that are these items already done. So that's a quantity surveyor.
Right.
Another guy lah.
Right. Yeah. So how do you identify the correct builder? Once you set up this A-team.
I had a chat with my architect and then we came up with the tender documents with the quantitative surveyor inputs, and then we held a tender.
Who does this tender? Who submits this tender?
Builder. Yes.
Sorry, I thought you're looking for builders?
Yes. Through the tender, I will get the builder based on a book of the design and the materials, right? How much will they need? How much will I need to pay them if they were to do the job? That means they will submit a bid.
Right. Yes. So when you say a tender, there will be a number of builders tendering for this lah.
But how do you get these real account tenders? Obviously through the network, or either your own or your architect or PE, whoever who knows different builders, they'll get them to submit.
So the reason why I ask you this question is, the buyer here will be thinking, basket, I need to do all these things. No, I have these people set up already. These people are the ones going to do these things for me, right?
Yes.
So you said the
The qualified personnel include the quantity surveyor, professional engineer, architect. And all this.
So once the tender process is over, you select a few, is it?
Yeah. After the tender process comes in, if when there's a QS we will sit down, have a discussion with all these beats and make sure that they really understand the numbers that they are putting in.
So I guess these guys who have put in the tender, they have been given the same specifications.
Yes, correct.
Right?
Same spec, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So apple to apple, they put in their bids. Then we'll sit down with the QS and architect to ensure that the builder who put in this number, right, is really going to deliver what you put into the plan. Because some of them, they'll give you a number, but they say that, actually this one for the roof, I only do one layer only.
Okay.
This one maybe for the facade, right? I'm using this material. They will not 100% give you what you think they are giving you. If you don't clarify, they will just snook you lah.
Right. So it doesn't just have the details of what they would do. It also has the duration in which they can complete.
Yes.
Also the cost of each different
yes.
materials.
It's broken down.
Yeah.
Like I can give you an example. For example, you want to do a cantilever, right? That porch. How much does that cost?
Right.
What material do you use? You want to do your car porch. What kind of material do you want to use? Your gate. What kind of material do you want to use? Your staircase. Wooden or what material? Your bedroom. Flooring. What kind? Overlay or like timber, right? All these will change the price.
So now you sit down with your A team and then you decide, okay, let's see who to appoint.
Correct.
Okay, good. So now I understand this already. So what's the next step after you appoint?
Okay, the next step after I appoint is to, for landed, if you rebuild, right, there's a lot of steps to take. Sometimes they will need your as-built plan so that they can put the submissions in. If you don't have, they have to redraw. You have to do a survey of the land. That means you need to get a surveyor to come and mark out your boundaries so that you know which part of the land belongs to you.
So bro, this part that you're talking about is done after the tender? Or before?
Pre-tender.
Can be do, right? Because I also know about this soil test and everything. Yes, that's right.
Soil test surveying, right, can be done pre-tender.
So let me ask you, were you lucky enough to get the soil test done before your completion? Did the ex-owner allow you to do a soil test?
No, I didn't do a soil test before completion.
You were only able to do it after that?
Yes.
Okay, so I got two questions now.
Yes.
Did you ask to do the soil test earlier?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't.
But can you?
I can ask. You can ask anything. Whether the answer is yes or no, it depends.
Okay, good. Second question.
Yeah.
Why must do soil test?
Soil test is fundamental because it changes your foundation plan. If you know that certain parts of island in Singapore, the soil is a bit soft, we will not name them lah. The reason why I don't name them because there was one episode we did, I think about 2 years plus ago. Then someone, right, neither me nor Rama had mentioned that there's a soft ground in, there's this place around District 19 got soft ground. A viewer called me and asked me, when I say that there's soft ground, right, where is it? She's going to buy a property, but because of what we say, right, she wants me to qualify that there's soft ground. I said, I am in no capacity to firstly answer you because I didn't make a comment, and two is, nobody knows, man. You got to go and do your soil test, right? So there is always that risk of that. But if you know enough people in the industry, they might have done some projects nearby.
Exactly, bro.
Then they will tell you, hey, Harvey, this one okay one, this side dry. You go further up there, maybe the soil a bit soft. So we no longer talk about where, because if I say where, right, then a lot of people want us to like justify where. I will not tell you which part is soft. I also don't know. Yeah.
Just like in any business, you can look smart. You see, when he does the tender, one of the guys who are tendering, the builder say, I built a lot of things around here. I know the soil condition here. How I also can. You know what I mean?
Because for those builders who are in the market, right, they have, or those architects who are very experienced, right, they have seen so many projects. They can tell you just by a flick of their finger, right, like that area you need to watch out because you might have to go into like the more expensive type of piling. So piling is charged by how many pieces, how deep, and what kind of piling.
Yes.
So if you work that matrix out, right, the softer the ground, the deeper you go. The more pieces you need to put into the ground. And then if you think about all this, then plus the type of piling, right, these numbers can escalate by 6 figures. Right?
Yep. Give you a very interesting tip lah. This one is bonus point lah. when you decided to buy a particular property and within that district got other people building, then you can see all their board or who's the builders, right? You can hello them and ask also. No, nothing. You're not going to lose anything lah. So there's extra information over there lah.
But Rama, this year, do you see a lot of new builds when we go around?
Quite. I think good business for builders, bro. I think they really do. It's like some of the estates, like the one near Marino. Remember?
Yeah.
We drove past. Wow, at least got 4 or 5, rebuilding at the same time.
Yes.
My God.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we mentioned before in some episodes that when it comes to building, right, the seasons matter also. That means like some time of the year you'll get a lot of rain, like in December you get a lot of rain, and the process may be extended. So maybe I share a bit more what else needed to be done, right? So there's soil test, there's like surveying. Then there's when you want to demolish and rebuild, right? There needs to be what's that material, bro? I can't remember the name.
The hazardous one.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, bro.
Anyway,
there's one hazardous in the roof.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just missed that word. But
let me see.
When you have to do that test, right, that is the last one to do before you can demolish, because they need to bring it somewhere, the waste, bring it somewhere to clear that. That will be another cost involved.
Right.
So in a nutshell, rebuilding is a more structured way of doing, but takes a longer time and costs more.
And for those of you all watching, especially sellers or sellers agent, okay?
Asbestos test. Okay. Asbestos. ASBESTOS.
So coming back to what I was saying, if you are a seller or seller's agent, okay, handling a buyer and a buyer's agent who have requested you that they want to do a soil test before completion, things to note, okay? The process involves heavy equipment that's going to be placed in the vicinity, in your area. There will be noise.
Yes.
It'll be for a couple of days or weeks. You suka say, okay, no problem, you can do soil test because we are not staying there, or it's okay lah, we are very nice people. But remember, these are the inconvenience there will be. But it's not a very big one, but usually sellers decline it.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you do agree, because you got a very good price or they actually pay you for it, whatever, these are things that you need to watch out for. Like, okay, there's some noise pollution as well as very big equipment will be put in place and they'll be there for some time.
About a week, 3 to 5 days, they think. So what happens is there's this huge A-frame and then there's this boring equipment where it digs into the ground, how deep, so that they can have a soil report. In the soil report, they will show like at which cm to which cm, right? There's what type of clay or what type of like soil. Then they will go and mark it all out. And if it's all like relatively good, they will say that okay, it's quite strong. Maybe we'll power up to 15 meters or something. Then it'll be done. If not, you might go deeper and deeper and deeper. There are some places that need like a much deeper piling.
So now, bro, we have talked about the architect, the people, the A team that's involved, and then the tender, the builders. Okay, now you choose one guy already. Then the guy tell you, sir, this is the cost. How is the buyer going to finance this? Hey, I just paid X amount for the property now. I need to pay this, which is about $1 million plus usually. So terrace. How are they going to get a loan for this, or how am I going to pay this? What's the payment structure for this?
Okay, so to be absolutely specific, right? Nowadays, it's the prices that you pay for the property is relatively high. You must be very cashed up to be able to do a rebuild instantly, because what happens is, if you want to do a rebuild in terms of financing, when you buy the house, there's one loan number one, which is 75% of your purchase price. Assume you buy at 4 million, you can borrow 3 million. But then you want to build, right? Then you need to go to the bank. What they will do is they will do a financial assessment based on sort of like this build price and this build amount, right? Next time, like what's the future value of the house? And from there, then they will take 75% of the future value.
Do you need to submit the cost that you're paying for?
Yes.
And all this stuff?
Eventually, yes. That means when they agree to this term loan for your building, right? They will need to see your timetable, your milestones. Because from when the builder has achieved something, right, they need to go and claim through the lawyer to the bank to say that, okay, I've done this. Then they can get that portion of the money. So it's not that they take the full sum from the start. They have to hit certain milestones, then they can get payout.
So there's loan 1 and then there's loan number 2.
2, correct.
So I also understand at some point these 2 loans will be merged together.
Yes.
What is that point?
It's not that they are merged together, but they are, you see, the tenure of your loan is different. One started the moment you complete the deal, one starts when the building starts. So you cannot marry the timeline until you complete everything, you get your CSC, then they will marry these 2 timelines together. They will still be seen as 2 loans, but in the eye, you can use a residential loan rate to apply on the term loan, and no longer it's a building loan, because the building loan is much more expensive. Correct.
So I guess it has to be from the same bank lah.
Yes.
Right. Okay, that answers the
Yes,
question.
it has to be from the same bank. And just now you asked the question, how do I then finance that? Why do I say you need a lot more cash if the timing is very close? Because for some of the people that are building the market right now, they have owned the houses for many years. So assume you bought the house for $2 million then. Now it's worth 5 million. So 75% of 5 million, assume you can take the loan, right? It's 3.75 million. But the outstanding loan for the house, right, is maybe 500,000. So they take 3.75 million minus every 500,000. You have assets of 3.25 million that you can use as a term loan. Then you can use that to do the rebuild. You don't even have to take so much money. You take maybe 2 million.
Okay, so today I'm going to ask you more questions, bro. Okay, now you spoke about the 2 loan becoming 1 loan, finish already. Then the price of the house also inside there already. Now you hire the builder. The builder also sorted because the loan is sorted. So that leaves your A-team. Who's going to pay the A-team?
Who is going to pay?
Of course, it's you.
The architect fee is you. You have to pay. The submission fees to authorities, you have to pay. Then if you have certain fit outs in the house that's already part of your like tender specs, right? Then the banks may include that, and then you may also get so-called you pay, but they will get paid back lah, refunded lah.
Right. So these figures are not huge figures, right? Or they are?
Depends.
Because I just want to make sure they understand what they're getting themselves into.
I think if you go through a recon, you do a submission, right? There will be certain fees that cannot zao one. You need like the architect sign off. You need the PE. You need to submit submission fees to authorities. I think ballpark you can consider about 100K lah.
This altogether,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's something that I
But
wanted
if
to
your
talk
architect
about.
is some hotshot, then more lah.
Yeah. Then of course you have your stamp duties lah towards the sale as well. Purchase as well.
Yes.
Okay. So these are different costs that is associated when you buy a house that's original condition.
Yes.
And that needs to be rebuilt.
In fact, just over the weekend, I had a chat with one of our clients, and they are actually just starting their journey, right? And they were quite concerned with how much of a recon price would it be. So I had candidly told them that I would be bullshitting you if I give you a number, but a ballpark of, let's say you buy a terrace house today, a land size of, let's say, 1.8 to 2,000. If it's a 2-story structure, I think your recon pricing can go up to about 500, right? Thereabouts, maybe. You know, that's a ballpark. But not much. You can't do a lot of like, wow, you know, extend here, extend. I mean, you can remove the roof but mainly of the works could be what you cannot see, like maybe the electrical, the plumbing, the waterproofing, all these are more costs that you cannot see. But ballpark is around there.
Yeah, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which is almost the end of the topic already, which is the neighbours. So when you buy a particular house, if the next door neighbour on your left and right, have already done something, then that you can get some information out of them.
Yeah.
So, but if they have not, so while...
Last time I had one neighbour, right? Because I did recon to my old house. That when I sold it in 2021, so in 2023, one of my old neighbours, and by the way, one of my old neighbours are like, we are quite close to them. She called me, then she said, hey, you know this number so and so next door, right? Ask me, is it possible that you share with them your soil report? And I've never spoken to this neighbour in my life. And then who's asking for the info? I truly didn't know where my soil report is. But can you imagine, like, you've never spoken to this person and you moved out of the place for like so long, and then suddenly someone the neighbor can ask you to come and ask for this. Because why? Because there was someone like Rama who tell them, hey, you go and ask your neighbor. Sorry, which I really couldn't find it. But that, But what Rama says is absolutely spot on. You can actually ask if they can share the soil report with you.
Yep. So anyway, we've come to the end of this discussion, but what remains is you guys can always go back to our previous episodes. There's another topic that we did on the A-team, which will give you even more information. But as you guys are watching us, if you have any more questions, and especially if you have rebuilt or done A&A to your property, we would love to hear from you. And you have any more questions that you think we have not answered today, feel free to put it in the comments. We will see if we can answer them in our Q&A session.
One last point, Rama, I just remembered. I think one question that a lot of people ask Rama and I is, what are people out there doing? Are there more people rebuilding? Are there more people doing recon? Are there more people doing A&A? The answer to you is there's more people doing recon or recon minus, which is maybe an A&A. Less rebuilds from the get-go, because as prices escalate, right, they are willing to delay this decision to rebuild later. But Rama and I always say, you get a position means you get a canvas. You can always do the rebuild later on.
And you do not necessarily need to rebuild every house. Sometimes an A&A suffice.
Correct.
And that's where we come in.
Correct.
Right,
Recently, my architect also told me, Harvey, maybe next house you buy, you just do A&A can already. That's a hint. Okay, thank you and see you in our next episode. Bye-bye.